This is a presentation for Chapter 14, the Statement of Cash Flows. In Learning Objective 3, we are going to learn how to use free cash flow to evaluate business performance. Throughout the chapter, we focused on cash flows from operating, investing, and financing activities. Some investors want to know how much cash a company can free up for new opportunities. So free cash flow is the amount of cash available from operating activities after paying for planned investments in long-term assets and after paying dividends to shareholders. So free cash flow is going to be equal to net cash provided by operating activities minus cash payments planned for investments in long-term assets minus cash dividends. So let's look at how much free cash flow ShopMart Inc. could expect if it expects its net cash provided by operations to be $200,000, plans to spend $160,000 to modernize its retail facilities, and pays $15,000 in cash dividends. So using that equation, we would take the net cash provided by operating activities of $200,000, subtract the $160,000 for the planned investments and the $15,000 for cash dividends, and that would leave ShopMart Inc. with free cash flow of $25,000. So if a good investment opportunity came along, the company should have $25,000 cash available to invest. Cash flow statements present information related to past transactions and events, but companies really need to know what their predicted free cash flows will be so that they'll be able to know whether or not they're going to have cash available for unexpected opportunities. So many companies are now using data analytics software like Tableau and Microsoft BI to be able to predict the future cash flows. So it takes current financial data from multiple sources like bank statements, credit cards, and investment activity, and it uses that information to produce what are called dashboards that visually track, analyze, and display key data. So it helps them to identify trends and patterns and build stronger financial forecasts. So these types of tools enable companies to have a better understanding of their free cash flow and where they are headed financially. And that is the conclusion of the presentation for Learning Objective 3.